everyone, my name is Margo Kamaya and welcome back to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Margo Kamaya. So I hope everyone's doing well. For this week, the book topic that I would like to share with you is something that's very dear to me, right? Especially since I live in Cebu City. Right? So this book that I'd like to talk about, or to give some of you highlights of it, is all about, it's actually connected indirectly to 1521 and 1565. Why 1521? So as you all know, in 2021, we are marking the 500 years of the Magellan-Elcano expedition. You know, the world voyage that they had. And in particular, the time that they spent in the Philippines. So when Ferdinand Magellan captained the crew, right, of that particular expedition, they introduced Christianity, particularly Roman Catholicism, to the Visayan Islands. Now what we call the Visayan Islands. Right? And in that particular moment in time, when Roman Catholicism was introduced, the Filipino citizens of that time, right, they were able to see the different icons that the Magellan crew brought with them from Europe, right? They held the first masses, they held baptisms, Easter masses. They introduced iconography of Roman Catholicism. 44 years later, when Miguel Lopez de Legazpi led another expedition, and this time to conquer, to really conquer and colonize the Philippine Islands, they established the deep religious relationship that Filipinos have with Christianity, in particular Roman Catholicism. And this book, which was published in 2010, by the Cathedral Museum of Cebu and USC Press, or University of San Carlos Press. This is called Balaanong Bahandi. Let me just check my notes. Sacred Treasures of the Archdiocese of Cebu. Right. So this is a coffee table book, as you can see. Right? I bought this directly from USC Press in Talamban during the height of pandemic. I coordinated with the USC Press. I bought several books from them. I can't remember how much it is. I think it was between 2,000 to 3,000. But I don't regret, buying this because, again, it gave me a wider perspective and knowledge of Cebu and its history, in particular its religious history in the Philippines. Right? Okay, so the back story of this is that in 1886, so Professor Jobers Bersales is the main writer and editor of this book. So there's a lot of contributors to this, photographers, writers, right? So he wrote that in 1886, upon the patronage of Bishop Benito Romero de Madredejos, right? They came up with a brief account of what is and what was the Diocese of Cebu in the Philippine Islands. So it's a history of the church in Cebu from 1565 up to the publication, which is in 1886. So to show you a copy of that history, right? This is the historical book, right? And then there was another one that was created in 1981. The reason why it's also heartbreaking, it's because a lot of the church documents or records that was stored in the Archdiocese of Cebu were destroyed in 1944, particularly on September 12, 1944, when American bombs, they were liberating the island. American bombs fell there was a direct hit on the Archdiocese of Cebu. Even the Metropolitan Cathedral, the Archdiocese Church was destroyed because of the bombs. Okay, anyway, to give you a glimpse of what the book has in store, so it lists all of the churches that were created from the Spanish period, right, and that are still now present today. So there's a lot of churches. This is actually one of my bucket lists, my travel bucket list here in Cebu, is really to visit all of these churches. And I hope in the future I'll do, no. It's like going to be like a pilgrimage, right? So just imagine almost 500 years or 450 years, no, of history is stored here in this book, right? There's actually there are two tragedies that I'd like to share, no. One is the church in Lapu-Lapu City, that is dedicated to the let's see, Nostra Senora Virgen de la Regla. Imagine that it was built during the Spanish colonial period. Unfortunately, in the 1960s, one of the Dutch missionary priests, no, he was overzealous. He demolished the old heritage church and created a new one. So until today, no, that's something that's felt by Cebuanos. I don't know what happened. And then there's another story here that happened in Argao, the church dedicated to San Miguel Arcangel, right? Another parish priest, without consulting the archdiocese, gilded in gold the retablo, or the main altar, as well as the statues of the saints. So just imagine, it complete. So they can't remove the gilding, the gold gilding, and it's not real gold. It's just painted gold, because it will destroy already the hundreds of years, no, the icons that's hundreds of years in age. So I'm going to show that to you here. So what I like, again, because this is designed as a coffee table book, there are a lot of pictures. So this is the one in Argao, right? So for those who are interested, no, in architecture, photography, yeah. So this is the gilded, oh, see? It completely destroyed, no, the effect. And then, aside from that, that same parish priest, look at what he did to the centuries-old cemetery ark. He destroyed it. I don't know about this parish priest, no? But anyway, right now, that was like 15 or 16 years ago. Right now, there is now a committee, committee on church historical and cultural, no, affairs. So they're really taking care of our heritage, right? So this is what I'll show you other pictures of the book, right? So it features the structures, the icons, paintings, right? Even the church pews. And another a bit of trivia, the first official church that was created in the entire Philippines is not the San Agustin Church, right? But the Basilica del Santo Niño by the Agustinians. That's really the first mother church in the Philippines. It's just that because the capital became Manila when Miguel Lopez de Legazpi transferred there in 1571, no, all the attention went to the Manila churches, right? So look at that. See? Even the stone structures, stone creations, we should be proud of this, no? The treasures. See? How I would love to see all of these, no, in person. I've seen some of the churches listed here, but again, it's quite different. Church bells. Let's look for church bells. Even church bells are hundreds of years old. which country can boast? We're actually even older than the United States of America. They were discovered in the 1600s, you know. But us, we were established in the 1500s, in the 16th century. Imagine that. Right, churches. More pictures, right? So there. Okay. So if you do have the opportunity to have a copy of this book, you can contact USC Press, no, in Talamban. They have a Facebook page. They also have a website, and it's so easy to purchase. Or you can drop by if you're in Cebu. That's also one of the things that I like to do, no, visit the USC Press office. I think I would be spending a lot of money there because I've seen a lot of books that I still want to purchase from them. Okay, so these are the types of books that we should be supporting. Look at that. Hundreds of years old. Okay. Right? So, there you go. This is Balaanong Bahandi, Sacred Treasures of the Archdiocese of Cebu. Okay? So, I hope you like this short preview that I presented today. Okay? So, my name is Margo Kamaya. Please don't forget to subscribe to youtube.com/Margo Kamaya. If you like this video, click the like button. You know, if you have any comments, kindly don't hesitate to type them in. And always stay safe, take care. Goodbye.